Yeah, well, it is what it is. This is Super Saiyan J1 Goku. Okay, got it. Well, that's Goku from the first time he went Super. See, that's what I mean. I'm not a real weeb. Everybody always thinks I'm a real weeb, but I'm not. Sir, are you familiar with anime? Do you know what an anime is? No? Japanese cartoons?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Do you have kids that like it, maybe?
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I don't really watch it, so my wife,
Your wife watches it?
with my kid, yeah. The kid.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't watch it either. But I'm going to this event where a bunch of sweaty nerds are going to be there. Yeah. And you know, I'm going to document their behavior in the wild, you know what I mean? Me on the other hand, I mean, I don't. It's
Not into it?
no, not into it at all. Yeah, I just want to see them in their habitat though. You know what I mean? Cuz they all wear like cool not cool costumes, sorry, because I don't like it and I don't watch it. So, but they all wear costumes and all this crazy stuff. Yeah, and my goal is to, you know, see how they interact with one another in the wild. And then I have a couple other friends who are into anime that are also going to be there, so I'm going to give them some money to go and buy stuff, because they're selling stuff there too. It's selling like toys. People say it's figurines, but it's actually toys. And I'm gonna be giving them some money to see like what kind of toys they buy. Grown adults too. It's crazy. Yeah.
It's okay, you know, to have a kid then the kid die in you know what I mean?
You're so right. I'm just kidding. I'm messing around. I obviously like this stuff. Yeah. You're right though. The kid in me died a long time ago, but this is how I keep it alive. Yeah. Is there anything you still do from your childhood that you still like to do?
I'm too busy working.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the truth. That's what I do. I work.
Ain't that the truth? That's capitalism right there.
Yeah. The wife doesn't work, so I have to do double, you know.
Yeah. Do you do anything else outside of this?
No, this is the only thing I do.
But it's good enough to sustain. It's good.
Yeah, but the hours are crazy.
Yeah.
We're talking about 11, 12-hour days.
Yeah. When did you come to America, if you don't mind me asking?
Long time ago, 1982.
Where are you from originally? Iran?
Jordan?
Oh, Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I'm from Turkey.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice country. I visited Turkey a couple of times.
Yeah?
Have you been there lately?
I have not been to Turkey in a while. I came to America when I was 18 in 2009.
Uh-huh.
But I haven't been back to Turkey since 2015.
I see.
The current government is not great. The one that's been in power, it's not my cup of tea, you know.
But economically, they did a lot of good stuff for Turkey, you know, the current government. Before this guy took over, the income for a regular Turkish person was what? $9,000 a year, $10,000 a year.
I think originally they did a really good job avoiding the crisis that EU was in, but recently the inflation has been crazy.
Now there's inflation now.
Yeah.
But Turkey now is becoming economical power in the area there. In my country, in Jordan, most of the stuff we buy is made in Turkey.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
You're talking about electronics, air conditioners, microwave ovens, dishwashers, you know what I mean, washing machines.
Yeah.
This is all made in Turkey. That Beko brand.
Beko?
Beko. B-E-K-O.
Oh, Beko. Yeah.
We say Beko.
Yeah, Beko. Beko. Yeah, that is a Turkish brand. You're right.
Yeah, and it's the quality is very good, and everybody likes the product, and they buy it. I think they say in Beko is like in Europe, 1 out of 5 washing machines in Europe is a Beko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Turkey still has a lot of industrial capabilities for sure.
And they're coming out with the electric car, Turkish-made electric car next year.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully good.
They're investing a lot of money into it.
Yeah.
And those drones.
Oh yeah, Bayraktar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been popping off in Ukraine.
Wants to buy them.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to buy them.
That's a definitely a big one.
Yeah. So Turkish changed. You know what I mean? The last 20 years, Turkish is a different country than what it used to be.
Well, Beko and stuff was already in existence before the Erdogan administration. They were already. Turkey always had big productive capabilities. The main difference is, unfortunately, under Erdogan, they privatized a lot of stuff, and the only way to be able to do work with the rest of the world, especially if you're going to work with the West, is you have to create private partnerships. They won't let you do it if it's public. So and then you have the IMF that plays a big role as well. That really screwed over Turkey for a while.
Paid off their loans, they paid off their debt, you know what I mean? You're the only country in the world that doesn't have debt, Turkey.
Yeah, well.
Which is a big plus. Which gives you freedom.
I mean, that is bullshit if you ask me. I mean, that's like America has debt too, but no one is coming to collect. Debt is only significant if you have the forces to be able to collect it.
In the Middle East and that part of the world, the World Bank, the IMF, they use debt to control the country.
Yeah, of course, and Turkey too.
Yeah, that's why when they paid it off, now nobody can tell them what to do.
Yeah, they still do though, even though for Turkey a big. So they cut a deal with Germany and the EU because they didn't want any of the Syrian refugees to come into Europe because you know how they feel about people from the region, especially Muslims. And so Turkey took in more than 3 million Syrian refugees, and because of that, they were able to have a significant bargaining chip. And that's how they've been. I mean, they've gotten money from the EU for that reason. They got money from Germany specifically for that reason, and they're using that now.
And one good thing happened the last 20 years: the role of the army in Turkey is not as it used to be. The army is not does not control the country from the background anymore.
Yeah. Well, you remember the coup d'etat.
Yeah.
So you know what happened there, right?
Yeah.
America has a guy named Fethullah Gulen. You know who that is?
I know.
Yeah. He lives in Pennsylvania, and he's a CIA asset.
Yeah.
And
followers in Turkey.
yeah, and him and Erdogan are actually from the same. Wait, can I just put this here?
Yeah,
Is that okay? So him and Erdogan are actually from the same group of people. Like their background is the same, but they had a falling out, and the American State Department wanted to do what it does all the time, all around the world, but in Turkey, and it failed. But of course, that ended up with giving more powers to Erdogan.
But you know, the Turkish people,
Yeah, they fought back.
yeah, they went out in the streets and you know they stood in front of the tanks. 200 some people died. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they were getting their they were refueling the planes. They were refueling the planes in like American bases,
Yeah.
because you know we have American bases in
Yeah.
Turkey. Yeah, crazy stuff. But like I said, I'm not exactly, you know how it is. You just, even if you don't like Erdogan, he's still preferable to America's own person. You know what I mean? Because America's person is going to be just as brutal. They're going to be just as bad. But at least Erdogan is Turkish in that circumstance. You know, no matter how bad he is personally, you're always stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Well, next year in 23, Turkey will be, you know, that 100-year agreement with the West when the Ottoman Empire, you know, was dissolved.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 100-year agreement. I don't know what it's called, but it ends next year, and that will free up Turkey from, you know, and from all kinds of commitments they made to the West.
Yeah.
It's all coming, you know, next year.
Well, we'll see what happens. Erdogan's power.
I like Turkey. I like the country. I like the people. You know what I mean? I visited it a couple of times, and you know, compared to my own country, it's cheaper in Turkey.
Oh yeah. Well, it's all a matter of how much more fucked we are from the West, from, you know, England, the UK, America.
That's why, you know, that French president, he hates Erdogan.
The less fucked you are, the better off you are. Yeah. What do you think about American politics?
Well, towards the Middle East or in general?
In general, and then also in with respect to the Middle East.
In general, America does what it does for America. You know what I mean?
Yeah, America first.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't care whose lives they destroy. They don't care what country they destroy, as long as, you know, they get what they want.
Oil, control,
Yeah.
natural resources.
Look what happened in the Middle East after the Iraq War and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Even Iran, starting back in, you know, the 50s, 60s.
Yeah. The CIA. Yeah.
Yeah, you try to nationalize your oil production, and you know, British Petroleum was like, nope, you can't do that. Those are our refineries. You made a contract with us. You can't violate that. When, you know, that contract itself, however, is built on faulty grounds. You know, you can't. How can you tell a nation that they can't use their own natural productive resources, their natural resources, to whatever way they see fit? But you can have that kind of audacity when you're America or England.
It's the law of the jungle, man. You know,
Yeah.
You're strong. You can do what you want to do, and you get away with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if another country invaded, you know, a country like the United States did with Iraq, they will be under UN
Well,
sanctions.
look at Russia.
and,
Look at
you
Russia.
know,
Yeah, exactly.
They'll be
Russia
under
invaded
sanctions.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
Russia invaded Ukraine. The entire world was like, "Oh, you can't do that."
Yeah.
When Israel does it, you can do it too. When you know,
Israel and the US and Europe.
yeah,
you know.
Israel, U.S., and NATO countries. They can
Yeah.
do whatever the fuck they want. They run the
Not
show.
Turkey though, not all NATO countries. If
Yeah,
Turkey
that-
tries to get in somewhere,
Well,
they
Turkey
don't
is in
like
a
it.
unique situation because Turkey's a NATO country, but Turkey still does invasions.
You know what I mean? Like when they went into Libya, when they
Yeah.
went into, they didn't like it. The French and
The French didn't like it. The
Yeah.
Greeks didn't like it.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying Turkey's in a unique situation, because they do stuff like that, but then they're also in NATO. They're the only NATO country that's fighting other NATO countries in proxy wars. It's crazy.
And that, you know, looking for gas in the sea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Greece
Natural
did-
gas, yeah.
Yeah, Greece Greece didn't want them to do that, and
Yeah. I mean, they went in. They did go into northern Syria, but that's like when they went into northern Syria, America gave them the go-ahead, so that was allowed.
I think
That's why you don't hear about that too much.
when Turkey backed Azerbaijan, against the
Armenians, yeah.
They pissed them off.
Well, the thing is, like, it doesn't matter who you align with. If you are still operating at the interest of the West, then they'll let you get away with it. They'll let you. They don't care.
Yeah.
Like Turkey cut a deal with Sweden and Finland recently to allow them to vote, allow them to join NATO. And immediately they were like, okay, yeah, we'll release whatever journalists you want us to release to you. We'll extradite whoever you want us to extradite to you. What happened? I thought you guys were a beacon of freedom of press. What's going on? You're just gonna let your journalists, your Kurdish journalists go? It's just all hypocrisy. But I try to talk to these Americans about it, and they don't understand it. They don't see it. They don't want to see it.
But the Kurds have nobody to blame but themselves in Iraq or in Turkey or in, you know what I mean? Because they align themselves with Israel and the U.S.
Yeah,
And
I still feel for them because I think they deserve a homeland. They don't have a homeland. There's 35 million of them, and they have nothing because after the Ottoman Empire dissolved, like they did not the Western nations didn't care enough to give them when they were carving out the territories.
The Kurds have been there before the Ottoman Empire.
No, I know. Yeah.
And they lived in peace with everybody else in the region,
Yeah.
Why now all of a sudden they're having, they want to fight a war, and look what happened in Iraq.
Well, America in the end always sells them too down the line. They don't give a shit.
So I'm supposed to make a U-turn and drop you off somewhere here.
Yeah, I think this is the spot.
There it is, right there.
That's the coordinate, right?
The crowd there.
Yeah.
The coordinate is right here, to the left.
Yeah, I'll just you just if you can make a U-turn, I'll just get out of the car and I'll run up there.
Because it looks like the spot is right here. You see the stairs here?
I do. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
So just flip a U and I'll drop you off right there.
Look at all these people. It's crazy, huh?
It's fun, man.
Yeah, people are just trying to have some fun.
They can get away with a U here?
Yeah, I mean, if it's a yellow light especially, he's gonna do it, yeah.
No, he's not. He changed his mind.
There it is. It's perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Have a wonderful day.
Nice chatting with you.
Yeah, you as well. No, not for me. All right, have a good one. Okay.